What's up, boys? Episode 5.
What's up, Ando? How are you? Good night.
Good. How are you?
We're
Good
finally
It's
back
9
here.
p.m.
It's 9 p.m.
Yeah.
after a failed podcast yesterday.
Oh yeah.
We were here yesterday for a couple hours. I forgot the power cable for the actual microphone.
Yeah, and Oro forgot to
Caster.
bring the whole
I actually
camera.
went back home and brought the camera. I drove extra 45 minutes and we still couldn't film it. Could have just saved that time,
Why
but
don't we just quit?
but I had a headache last night, so it was honestly good. I didn't.
Yeah, we just wasted hours for no reason.
That's
but
fine.
Now we're here.
All right,
fine.
Doris, what did
Aura,
you do
what'd
today?
Hey, yo, I said the same thing.
That's
you did.
crazy.
hey, yo, I guess
Double
I don't know
dibs.
what I did.
Double D.
So woke up, took trades, one trade banger 600.
Banger. I don't even know her.
All right. What else? Did some calls. Made some videos. Had some more calls. Went for a walk. Made some more TikToks. And planned out, organized some other stuff I had going
what's
on.
wrong? You fat ass. Guys, he's gone. Like, we go to In-N-Out, and then we're all trying to get a little bit of a shake.
Or
We're
is this
setting
big?
up. Yeah, that's how big our shake
Derek-
is. Look at Derek's shake size. He's like, can I have the extra large? I'm like, that's not a thing. He's like, bro, trust me.
Secret
menu. I'm like, you fat fuck.
It was actually insane.
Is that it?
He drinks one of those a week at Baskin Robbins. It's all just as
I
bad.
don't go to basketball anymore.
No, like, actually,
That was like 2023, Dero.
2023.
It was really like
That's
2
the
months
biggest
ago.
lie in the world.
Oh my
It
God,
was
the
not
long
2
ass
years. It
spoon.
was 2 months ago.
You know, I asked a worker, I'm like, yo, can I have the long spoons? Like, we don't have those. I'm like, trust me, you do. I knew they had it and they didn't. They went to the back to get this thing.
Bro,
Trust
that-
me, I know
That's
you guys
insane.
have it. I
All right,
always
Ando,
order
what
it.
did you do today?
Bro, just woke up. I actually was trying to sleep in a little bit longer today, but at like 6:30, my little watch that we both have, the Tissot. I don't know how that thing just has like an alarm clock at 6:30 for just randomly. It's never happened before. It just go, just woke me up. I'm like, fuck it, I just got to work like at that time because I couldn't go back to bed. And then and then went to school, came back, and now we're here.
W.
How
Pretty
about you?
unproductive, huh?
I woke up today.
Unproductive is
accidentally-
crazy, bro. From 6:30, what you do?
Woke up at 6 a.m. Got on the chart 6:30. My Ninja Trader was stuck on infinite loading screen. It wasn't loading. Ninja Trader is a platform that I use to actually take my trades. It wasn't loading. I had to delete the whole program, reinstall it, get all my settings back. Obviously, I missed a couple. So when I entered the trade, my stop loss nor my take profit were there. So when I entered and it got copied on all my accounts, it hit take profit on this screen. But on the actual chart itself, when I'm executing the trade, I'm still in the trade. So I was supposed to make 3,000. I made 20. Could have ended really bad. Negative 20.
You're
And
still
then
in
you
the
can-
trade. It didn't close you out. That's why you
yeah,
made profit.
it didn't close my
You
trade.
just saw you didn't close and you like closing
Bro,
profit.
no, my leader account closed profit, but all the copy trading accounts were just going through. So I looked at all of my other accounts, unrealized, it's just moving. I shit myself.
Just close as fast as possible.
Yeah.
No, I pressed flat and I'm spamming it, bro. I'm going crazy on Discord, bro. I'm like, what's going on? And then did a mentorship call for 2 hours and packed up, came here.
Basically.
Oh yeah,
Zane,
and
what
edited
about
the
you?
video for YouTube, the POV Drive channel.
Someone mute this kid's mic every time he like eats. He's-
I love it. What would you do today?
It's actually a really productive day. We're looking at opening a new location. It's a little bit far actually. It's like 30 minutes. But when you kind of sit down, look at the map, look at the catchment areas of everything, it's the catchment area of everything.
Define that vocabulary terminology.
Unlock
for
that
Derek.
vocabulary word for me. I don't
The
know what that
what?
is.
You know how in the Fortnite map there's tilted towers,
Yeah.
there's basically different regions.
And also, right now there's a question mark on that map.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, so we're just targeting that
Got it.
their language. So we went and looked at 4 locations. I really liked one, so we're probably gonna make a move on it. It's gonna be our 4th one. It's a little bit smaller than the warehouses we have right now, but it's storefront in a busy shopping center. So I think foot traffic's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be very beneficial. Came back, did a few sessions, got on a couple calls, onboarding new clients, and then drove all the way to my other location, did a few other sessions, and then came back here. Not bad, just a lot of driving. So
They don't want to leave you hanging there, buddy.
okay, yeah, I was like, okay. But it's kind of crazy how, like, over the past few years, we just kind of ended up where we're at, right? Like, none of us ever thought of us getting into business or building something for ourselves.
I
but,
disagree. I always knew I was gonna get here, dog.
okay, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
But
that's a
it's just
good
kind
boy.
of crazy how our progression as a group as we got older, going back to like, I mean, at least for me, when I met you guys, It was my freshman year of high school.
Yeah, before you do that, let's all talk about how we met each other.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I
let
can-
me-
Let him elaborate.
Okay,
Yeah.
starting off, the founder and the co-founder of the group, Arlo
Co-founders.
Trades.
Founders.
There's no founder.
They were the
Just
founder
co-founders.
until they realized they need a leader.
No, I was the
And then-
leader. You were the core leader, like the
No.
co-pilot.
You're a
The
background
little
actor,
co-pilot.
dog. What are you talking
I'm the
about?
leader. You're like my little puppy. I
No,
hold
you're
on
the
a
guy I
leash.
have on a leash. Like just.
Anyway,
That's
me
crazy.
and Ari,
Oreo. Oreo.
What name do I use?
Well, it doesn't
Me
matter.
and Aro met in kindergarten, and then around Armenian school.
Wait, did your parents know each other? Like, is that how
They-
you guys became
our parents
friends? Or just,
met
Mm.
when we were in kindergarten.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah.
we were in different classes, but during kindergarten we went to Armenian class together.
Oh.
And then we weren't in the same Armenian class though.
Mhm.
We met in Armenian class during kindergarten.
I honestly
And-
don't know how we met. Like,
I
what
remember.
was the thing we caused us like talk?
That went to Armenian school together. Our parents started talking to each other, and I went to your house. And then
How old
that's
is
pretty much
kindergarten?
it.
Like 6?
Yeah, we were like
5.
5 years old. So I've known this fool for 15 years.
That's crazy though.
16, I'm
15,
21 now
15,
almost.
turning 16, yeah.
Put a ring on it at this point.
No
Yeah,
thanks,
bro.
bro. I'm
15
tired.
years, no ring is crazy.
I'm tired of this fool, bro.
15, I already put it.
And then how did you guys meet?
Was,
How'd you guys?
was that history?
I met.
Or did you guys ever like hate each other? Like some people just like.
Oh my god. Okay. I have
Oh my
I have this
God.
lore. Okay, so we're always pretty like close friends all through elementary school.
Mhm.
But
I actually don't know any of
once
this,
we
by
got
the
to
way.
middle school, we were still homies. We're still like best friends. But like 7th grade, me and our other homie
Oh, I
used to
remember
used
that.
to prank Aris.
That was
and
not a prank.
It was not a prank.
Nah, prank. I
Okay.
actually did it. I was at it for months.
Listen, for like 2-3 months, we would ditch him every single recess and lunch, and we would be in the bushes watching him walk alone.
It'd play a game.
Oh
It'd
my
play a game
God.
where I have to they'd hide and I have to find them. And every lunch and snack, I spend my time trying to find them. And every time I see them, they run away.
So you're his bitch.
Bro, look, listen, we're
I'm like,
hiding in a
bro,
bush.
it's not a game anymore. Let's hang out.
Bro, look,
They're
we're in a
still
bush
playing.
watching Aro walk around all alone with his backpack on, just looking for us, and we're just dying laughing the whole time.
Nah, literally, like,
That's so fucked up, bro. I'm looking.
is that bullying? It's like bullying. We're reporting it. It's like bullying.
Reporting it is crazy.
Anyway, that was like 7th grade. 8th grade, we're still close as hell, but I kind of like made homies with the other guy. 9th grade, we got close again, and then
Yeah,
Wait,
you,
what? 8th grade? How?
8th grade, I was homies with, like, we weren't in group, but like I was friends with like this part of the group, and you're part of like that part of the group.
Wait, so you guys all went to the same middle school. Where did you come into play?
so yeah, it was 8th grade. So 7th grade, I never met these guys. I knew Derek a little bit because he used to like sell fidget spinners. And
Fidget spinner
And
king.
besides that, your mom was friends with my friend's mom.
Correct.
So like we kind of knew each other slightly. And then 7th grade, I finally got out of ELD class. And then 8th grade, I
Tell
went to
them
my-
when you came to America, bro.
I mean, well, I thought we were talking about how we met each other, but I came to America when I was 10 years old. And then,
What
I
grade?
was in ELD, 5th grade. But it was like a month and a half of 4th grade. And then I went into 5th grade. And then 6th grade, I was still in elementary school. And then moved to middle
did you know
school.
English before you came?
No. Well, I just knew hi.
Yo, you
Bye.
learn English here?
Yeah.
Everything?
I learned, bro, I actually got like decently fluent within like a
Yeah, you're so
year.
more fluent than Derek. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? But no, and then 7th grade, I finally got out of ELD, and 8th grade it was like my first year Miss Weaver's class when I was gonna be in regular English class. The first day, I like kind of got to class a little late, and there was 2 seats open. I go and I sit because like everyone else already taken the seats.
Seats.
I take it
Yeah,
back.
the immigrant came out, guys. And then I think you came even a little bit later than I did to class.
I
And it
think.
was like the only chair left.
Yeah,
so it was
so
like
I
forced
sat
to
there.
meet each other. I
Bo
just
was
came-
looking for new friends because he couldn't find his friends in the,
Yeah.
pl-
Literally
on the
did it.
playground.
I met
didn't-
Ando like what 7th grade math class. We were like
Eighth-
cheating.
eighth
8th
grade.
grade math class.
Yeah.
We were in our math class together, and then we're just cheating on the test the whole time.
Yeah.
It was like 3 of us in a circle. Just
Yeah, we were sitting in the
cheating.
back. But and then Aris came into that class the first day. Like I remember perfectly. The teacher was like, "Oh, just with everyone around you guys, just we were supposed to build Legos to." What was the whole thing?
It was
Creative
like, it
thinking?
has to do with like,
Progressive.
something like structural, progressive thinking.
Yeah,
like,
something
you're
like that.
building the houses, like building the structure and essay, something like
Yeah,
that.
something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
And then we just became friends from building Legos.
Yeah, you're like, I'm like, hey, what's your name? Andrew. Oh, I'm Morris.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
And then we would hit Blaze Pizza.
Oh yeah,
like,
Blaze Pizza Days.
where?
It was like
Summer.
a mall near us.
Where?
We just
In the mall?
Yeah.
yeah, towards the end of summer. I'm sorry, not end of summer, but end of 8th grade. I was ending up going to a different high school than everyone else. I first signed up for the same. Why are you standing
I
like that?
remember that.
Yeah.
I
So
remember that.
I first.
Wait.
How do you remember that? You weren't even friends
Wait,
with
hold
us.
on. Who was that?
It was me.
Bro, we met in high school. How would you know?
No, I
don't
said
know.
it. I probably told him before.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
That was
maybe.
Alec. From you guys know like USC Alec, smart guy.
No.
No idea.
Well, from Clark. That's what I'm trying to like.
Okay,
That's
I
why I
don't
was
know.
friends
I
with
don't
you.
know.
Anyways.
Okay, never mind.
Bro, you need to show me a picture. I'll
Alec, if you're
definitely know
watching
him.
this, comment down below.
Yeah.
I doubt you're watching this though.
I don't think that part's being in here.
Okay, let's go.
Whatever. Why are you standing like a little nice good boy?
What? You trying to imitate you?
That's a good boy. Sit like that. That's a good boy, Dero.
Copying Aro, bro.
Well, I'm not even sitting straight.
He's just short. He has to make sure his feet touch the ground.
Yes.
Okay, go. Keep going.
So 8th grade, me and Ando weren't as close until like kind of 8th grade. We hung around in lunch here and there, played ball. I think we played ball around in
A
lunch.
little bit, yeah.
And then we didn't have class. Was it 8th grade we had class or 7th grade we had
No,
class?
8th grade react.
8th grade we had class. Okay, since we had class, we played ball. We were talking here and there. We got closer. Summer, we started kind of going out, like Blaze Pizza, hanging out them.
Hey, yo,
But
started
Blaze
going
Pizza,
out.
Blaze Pizza was like, this is every
There's
time
like-
Orange would call, that's got Blaze Pizza. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
there's like
down.
there's like a big shopping mall everyone goes to. It's near all of our houses. We just go kick it there for like a few hours on like a Friday. Have our parents drop us off and go hang out.
So Friday night hangouts date back to middle school.
I
Eh?
first I wanted to go to one high school that all these guys are going to. I went to the Magna High School. I was signed up for the Magna High School that we all signed up for, and it's a lottery ticket. You don't immediately get accepted. You have to sign up, and then you get selected. Eventually, everyone gets selected, but there's like a small percentage of
not
people
true.
that
That's not
don't.
true.
They don't.
No.
No.
Okay, well, it's like oh, you
My
need above
sister
like
tried 3 years, didn't get it once.
no way.
What? Actually?
Yeah,
That's
you don't
crazy
just get
though.
in.
I think you need
I had
above
a
a.
connection. He's
How did they
listening.
let Dero in?
I think you need above a, you.
I had a
you-
connection. Look.
You need above a certain GPA to get in, and like they ask some other questions about your experience, what you did in school, what your engagement was, your extracurriculars are, whatever. Just trying to gauge your
I had
performance and stuff.
8th grade.
So they ask those questions and whatever. You get picked. After a few months, they tell you if you got selected to join the school. And after towards middle of summer, somebody, I forgot who it was, but one of my friends, or I think a few of my friends were saying, "Oh, we're not going to that school anymore. We're going to this school." I think Dero was one of them. Did you say you're not going to that magnet school?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to magnet school, blah, blah, stuff like that, because I didn't get in the first round of picking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not going there. I'm going to the public school. And then you're like, okay.
And,
he dropped
at that
it.
time, Dero was kinda like my closest friend. Like even though we weren't that close, we were close, and then we stopped being
we
close,
were
and then we got
close,
back
but-
close. We got close again. He said he's going to the public school, and I'm like, all right, cool, okay,
By
I'm
the
just gonna
way,
go to it.
explain close to them, because I don't think they understand how close we were.
Close
we played
meaning,
games
like,
every day.
We played games every single day. We talked at school every single day. We didn't have class together for like the first like 8 years of us knowing each
never had
other.
class together.
We never had class until high school, until like 10th grade. We
One
never had
class.
class. That was the one class. Dero changed his mind, ended up going to the public school, and I'm like, I want to go to a school where all my friends are. I don't want to go by myself to a brand new school where I don't know anybody. I want to go where my friends are going. So I followed some of those close friends, and after some time, now if you wanted to transfer to another school, you have to cancel your position in the magnet school. So I got selected for the lottery. I'm like, oh, my friends didn't get selected. They're going to the public school. In order to go to that public school, I have to cancel my spot in the first school, the magnet school.
magnet school.
So I canceled my slot, and then a few weeks later, they're like, actually, we got accepted. I changed my mind. I'm going to the magnet school. I'm
Eric
like,
said that.
Yep.
Derek and a couple of my other friends ended up not going to that magnet school and going to that public school. And they canceled because they didn't get accepted to that. I was accepted. I canceled my position. I'm like, okay, I'm going to that public school because I had to cancel my slot. And then they're like, oh, we got accepted. And then
Like a week
they go
later.
back to the school, and I don't have a position. So I sign up again, and it's like 2 weeks before school starts, and I have to have Daryl's help from one of his like relatives or like close to the superintendent or something, had to help me get in because it was like last minute, and I got in before. I'm a good student. I have to get in, whatever. And luckily, I got in, and I wonder what life would look like.
That's
if I
where you
didn't.
met me.
Honestly, it would be crazy different.
No, I met
that
you
sucks,
later
but-
on.
Hey,
That's you
that
met
hookup, that
me.
phone call, literally got you in the
Nah,
school.
literally,
Though.
like future would look way different. Who knows what it would be like?
Do you
I don't remember
when
how
you
we
met
met.
any of us?
I do not remember how. The only person I remember meeting is Aris. I remember you two. We do have another really close friend, Ari. Shout out.
Shout out Ari.
Mr.
That I've
Ari?
known since middle school. He was the only one realistically I knew going into this new school because, again, none of our friends came to the magnet school. They all went to just the regular, catchment
Middle
area
school.
high school.
Oh,
So me and Ari kind of get. I didn't even know Ari before that. I didn't even know Ari in middle school like that. All I remember was I was running for student council. He came up to me. He was like, "What's up, bro? Davina, you got my vote." I didn't know his name, bro. I was like, "Thanks."
Nah, the fan
Have a
behavior is
good one.
crazy.
Bro thought he had clout for real though.
So, and then we kind of got closer, like during those interviews, how you mentioned when the school comes interviews you. So it was only us who kind of came into this new high school, the magnet school.
What school interviews you?
But for middle school,
The magnet
council
school
thing.
interviewed us before getting into, before like sending out acceptances. You remember that?
I never got interviewed.
I
dog.
had that. Whatever. We got into the, we came into the school. It was me and Ari. I met Aris in our physics class. For some reason, I was sitting there with the girl next to me, and we kept talking and talking and talking. And for some reason, I kept noticing Aris from the front of the room turn back and just like dead stare me.
I was not
my-
dead staring you.
So why don't you tell that story? What happened in physics class?
girl.
Mr. Steal Your Girl. I
It was.
didn't want
She was
her,
literally
bro.
not my. I didn't even like her. She was just like one of my closest like girlfriends. And Davine was like really close, and I'm like, seeing what the fuck they're doing. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, what is bro trying to do?
I stole her without even trying.
All right, buddy.
That's crazy. Slipped
Nah.
right between my fingers.
That was freshman year.
Yo.
Okay, bro.
But I think that's how we got closer. I don't remember how I met you guys, but somehow we ended up running a basketball tournament together. And
That
then,
was later on in the year. I
yeah,
remember
that
how
was
I met
later on
you.
in the year. We did like actually pretty
Do you
good.
remember how you met him?
You remember how you met me?
Bro, I know how I met him.
Okay, go.
He just spawned into the group one day, and he just
And then you started bowing down to me. You're like,
Oh no! I
you
know
were
I know how it
never
all
that.
happened. I know how it all happened. So basically, I don't think you ever met Davine alone, like separately.
no.
was that at
I-
Ari's house maybe?
Yeah,
Davine
but
and I
listen,
got
wait.
close when we started making money.
Are you stupid?
I swear.
Dude,
I swear.
Jesus
are you-
yaps.
Bro,
We got
this guy's
closer.
brain is
Oh, we got-
actually like retarded.
No,
Okay,
watch.
I'll explain. But go ahead. Tell me how. No. I'll explain. Go ahead.
That's like 5 years after.
No,
Why
yes.
are you skipping?
No. Yeah,
You guys have been in the
go,
same group.
go.
Okay,
No,
no.
we're never close like that. He was just an acquaintance at that point. I swear.
Bro, what?
They're barking.
Yeah, you saw me?
We were not- yep. I was like, he's here. I don't know him, but he's here.
Okay, bro. No, okay, so thing. Freshman year we had that like hold on, ready? Freshman year we had that like movie night thing where they
Yeah.
played Fast and the Furious. And then we met that night, like very briefly.
I was on a different mission that night.
I know you were, bro. We were sitting next to each other for a while, and then I met you. And after that, I met Ari that night as well, and I got kind of close to Ari. I know Aris and Derek were also getting close to Ari. And then one night, Ari's just like, "Everyone, come to my house," and it was us.
Yeah.
we all just
Can
met.
I
Oh,
show
I
that
remember
picture?
that.
Can I show that thing picture, the movie night picture to the camera?
This is the one in front of school.
Yeah.
Bro, no, there's a bunch of random people. Maybe they don't.
Bro,
who
no, show
cares,
the one
bro?
on the street.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
right in
oh,
front of
oh,
the
oh,
school.
That's not the movie night
That's
one.
not, bro. That's not movie night then.
Oh, I'll show you both. Yeah. Hold on.
No,
Give me
don't
one
show
second.
Bro,
me
the
one.
one of us like on the street like this.
In our high school, we're all trying to like act hard. You know, it's like the freshman like thing that's going on. So I think this is the actual first night we all met. Somehow we all spawned in at Ari's house. Put the picture right here. You see how young we are, and for some reason in our high school, we're all trying to act hard, like freshmen, like we're like cooler than
Bro,
we
that's
seem.
just
All that.
how everyone was.
Especially in the
Everyone
army.
freshman.
I don't know how it's like that in all other
cultures.
cultures.
Other high schools.
other
high schools,
cultures,
yeah.
but like in our culture, like that was kind of like what was going on in the high school and people our age. So like we're trying to fit in.
Let us know if your high school was like that too. Our high school, everyone in every grade tried to act like the toughest guy. I'm hard. You guys are not.
And then we get older, like we're fucking.
And then
What the fuck
we
are
were
you trying to do, bro?
we were really close. I think throughout like freshman year and then kind of going into sophomore. That's where COVID hit. Once COVID hit, our groups kind of split just because mainly for the fact I think you guys played.
We were playing video
PC.
games on PC. Me, Aro, and Ari were PC heads, and these two geeks were
Playing
PS4.
PS4.
Brokies.
So we kind of-
PS4.
Brokies.
We kind of just drifted like in our own kind of directions during COVID times because
it was
one, we
also
were
the games
young,
we
we
played.
couldn't drive. It was also the games you played. Yeah,
Bro,
they
it was
played
like
COD,
game,
we
that's
played
it.
2K. We didn't have cars to drive around to see each other, so it was just kind of like
We're like 15,
really
14,
messy
by the way.
situation or kind of time. But yeah, it was me, Ando on PS, and then them on PC, and then it kind of stayed like that for like what, a year?
A year.
Yeah, and then once school was about to actually start up, who texted Chad? I think it was you who texted Chad. You're like,
Definitely.
hey guys, like school's started back up. Let's go out.
But no, but I didn't even go to your school.
Yeah, I mean that. No,
No, wait, no, it wasn't school.
It
You
wasn't
guys are wrong.
school.
no,
bro.
we
You
had
guys
to
are
go
wrong.
give back books and stuff.
I would never say go
No,
buy
no.
books, bro.
Bro, the
Oh,
first
we
one,
had to
yeah,
go
he's right,
exchange
he's
the
right, he's right.
books.
bro,
We had
went
to go.
Americana.
No, yeah, no.
Yes, we did. That was the first time we met up.
The first time we met up, you guys came to my house. I'm like, yo, come to my house. It's been a minute.
That's-
You all came to my house and we walked to Americana.
You're- No, no, no.
That
no,
was
no, no,
after,
no.
that was after.
Bro, first time I remember exactly what it was. Daveen's right. It was junior year, like because we went through like the.
I have
you know,
the picture,
full
by the way.
online school.
We
Yeah,
went through the pandemic, and then we had all got in cars. Derek, Ari, and Aris were kind of starting to hang out again. Me and Daveen weren't going out as much. Our parents were like kind of just like,
Strict.
oh, stay home and more strict. And then one day, I don't know if you remember, we all had to go return our books from 11th grade because we went and
Yeah.
picked it up because the whole thing was online. We had to
Okay.
go return it. And that day, we all just met at the parking lot.
put that picture
You
right
had
here.
the A6.
Put the picture.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
god, the A6, the
Highlander.
350Z, the Highlander, the Prius.
Oh, I remember
Remember
that.
that.
No, it's 535. Yeah, we'll find
Bro.
the picture and we'll put it up. So that was us in all of our cars. We finally met up, and then we ended up going and eating food that day. And then we went back to Ari's house, and
Yeah.
everyone was just showing each other their cars. I don't know if you guys remember. We're just like ripping it up and down.
Oh
the
my
Yeah,
street.
now
God,
me and
I
you,
remember
because
that.
you guys had the cool cars at the
Yeah.
time. I had a 7-seater like Toyota. He had a Prius.
I had an Audi
Bro, I had the
A6,
535
baby.
then.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you bought
had
the
the
535.
535. Yeah,
I had an Audi
BMW.
A6, bro. Bought that thing cash, $8,000. You know how it is. $8,000 Audi. It was 130,000 miles.
Yeah,
That thing blew the fuck
I
up.
was so not jealous, but I was like, bro, when's it my turn?
yeah.
It was a 130,000 mile Audi A6.
I remember those.
Hey, I
times.
tuned that thing, put burbles on it. The burbles melted my catalytic converters, and my car
That
stalled.
thing
until you-
sounded so bad. It was actually
It
so
sounded
annoying.
so gangster.
But yeah, I wasn't necessarily jealous, but like I knew I wanted to work for my own car, and then I was like, all my friends are driving fast cars. When am I gonna
And back
get
then it was
mine?
quick. Yeah,
Yeah, back then it was like, it was the thing. Now, like when one of our smaller homies is trying to get a car, I'm like, bro, just get like a
Smaller
slow ass
homies?
younger.
younger homies. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, bro, get like a cheap ass car, make money, and then get a good car. So now I'm giving them advice, but like, it's kind of crazy how we just progression
but
of
you-
cars, and I think since that day, everything else has been history. We've been
Wait.
close.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. I mean, there's a lot of funny things that just came up to me. You guys remember that one day? I don't know if Daveen was there. It was me, you, me, Derek, Aris, and Ari, and then we're like, let's just. We were all really like driving each other's cars. Besides Aris, he didn't let me drive because he's like, oh, it says manual. You've never driven manual. You're gonna ruin
I
my
stalled
clutch.
Oro's car like 4 times.
Yeah, and he let Derek drive.
There was stalling shit uphill. I was like worried my clutch is gonna break.
Yeah, and then do you remember we were just doing pulls and we got pulled over and me driving your car,
You were
both
driving-
of us
yeah.
in our provisionals? That was bad.
He's like,
See-
I can hear the turbos from a mile away. I'm like, it doesn't have turbos. It's supercharged.
Wait, real quick. I think me and Devi, we kind of skipped over this. I think me and you got a lot closer when we had math class together.
Yeah.
When we would, me and Devine always, we were ahead in math.
Oh my god!
Me and Devine were always the type like ahead in math. We were in math classes of kids who were like 1 grade above us,
Geeks.
and we would always like carry. We would always be the ones like, "Oh, Devine, what do you guys like saying? How do you guys learn? How do you guys do so good? Blah blah blah."
Yeah, that was like we were in advanced in a math class.
Was that
so?
senior?
No, sophomore.
No, this is sophomore year. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we're taking junior level math, and whoever's in junior level basic math was an absolute dumbass. Like they
They're
didn't
probably
care.
watching this, bro.
I don't care. And then go tell this story. This is truth. This is like one of those moments where like I would like always tell people go.
So me and Devine, most of our exams were like group exams, but like we like literally go around helping kids in the class. Well, not do like their homework, do their work and whatever. And bro, one time we had
You would do their homework?
not homework, like whatever assignments they had, like would help. They'd be so confused, like would help them out.
Yeah,
whatever.
basically they're like absolute
For
like,
money
dumb,
or for
well,
free?
no.
Just in the class, like
class.
assignment they couldn't understand, we just helped them understand.
Yeah,
it,
because they were
whatever.
absolute dumbasses. Me and Oris are like absolute geeks
Try
at
hard
school
geeks,
at this
bro.
Bro, they
point.
were just smart.
And we had a group quiz one time. Me and
You
Devine
did
had
the
an
work.
AirPod in each other's ear. We're in different groups, and I have an AirPod in my ear. Me and Devine are talking. We're like, okay, so what's the answer number one? It's a group quiz. The teacher doesn't see I have an AirPod in my
Yeah,
ear.
and our teacher was like very like held back at the time, so she didn't know what AirPods are. She probably thought it was
Held
like
back.
hearing aids or something.
You
So
mean
me and Orange just
old?
have casually have
Fucking
AirPods in, just talking like, hey,
And,
like
and she never really cared because she knew me and Davina are like the smartest ones in the class. We always do the work and we're like literally carrying. So she didn't care if me and Davina went on our phones, did like put her earbuds on, whatever. She didn't care because she knows like, oh, these two are geeks, they'll know everything.
And I think I want to go back to the conversation how you said like we started getting closer when we started making money.
yeah.
It's because you and ours kind of grew up together, like closest, and then me and Andrew were closest since COVID.
Yeah.
So like naturally it's been like 2 and 2. I was always close. I mean, but we weren't like not close.
Yes.
We would always like still like tell each other everything, this, that. But I think it was when like
you and Andrew are like boyfriend, girlfriend, bro. Y'all like tell each
you
other
guys have been
everything.
together
You
for
guys have been
15
married,
years.
bro.
That's engagement. That's different.
Nah,
you
see,
guys are like you're
they're
hooking
jealous.
up and
Their
shit.
relationship isn't that strong
Hooking
though.
up and shit is crazy.
Wait, when you say you guys got closer to making money, what period
But-
is that? What I don't know what time.
Yeah,
that,
like,
what date that?
tell the
When
viewers.
is that? 'Cause
Bro,
they don't know
past,
when
like,
that is for you guys.
When I
past-
was 18.
we around 18. So once I like turned profitable,
Like
What
senior
was the
year.
around
situation? This was when we graduated high school. What was it?
But I just think
around that, yeah, around high school graduation.
Going into college or in the
Go
summer?
no, like the semester before graduation is when we got close.
I don't know why, but I think when two people like kind of start making money, or like just in general, what like you're able to relate on,
Topics more
yeah, I guess, or like
scenarios.
financial struggles or like questions you may have, you may help each other.
I think we just like related because we just kept calling them broke.
I don't remember this.
Always be like that.
You guys are poor.
I know. I
Compared
spent 20
to-
bands last month on nothing.
It's actually so stupid.
10 bands so far this month. It's the
What?
11th. Yup. 30 bands in the past 35 days.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally,
So
yeah.
okay, going back to the car
That's an
situation,
issue.
I know. Going back to the car,
Pause the podcast. Figure that one out.
going back to the car situation, Ando always had a Prius and a 535. Ours had a 350Z, where we could really get into as far as why that was such a big like stepping stone and learning lesson for him.
That was crazy. Bro.
I thought you were gonna say some like insult, where like big stepping stone. Like okay,
Yeah. Derek had his A6 and then his S4.
I crashed my Audi A6. This dumbass went straight into me. I'm
was your
driving.
fault.
It wasn't. I'm doing a U-turn. This dumbass.
Was your blinker on?
Yes. Dog, I was literally zoned out there when I was talking to the cops. The guy said whatever the fuck he wanted and he got away with
Okay.
it.
Let's go back to the
Well,
conversation of cars.
Go all the way back, yeah.
Let's go back to the conversation of cars. How you had the Prius and the 535. You had your 350Z. We could get into why that was such like a big learning lesson for you a little bit later. You
was
had your A6 and S4. What are like just for our audience to know, because I know a lot of them are younger and kind of driven and have goals set for themselves. What is like the next kind of car you guys are working for or see in your near future? Realistic dream car right now. I know you might have like a SV or like
yeah, not a big dream car,
yeah,
but like,
like
the next
right
goal
next
car.
step. Yeah.
So okay, I can answer that.
Also,
I'll
you
answer that
didn't mention
first.
what cars we got now.
We'll talk about it. Just
don't
state
know.
it when you go.
Okay.
I'll answer this question first.
Go.
First, I have a daily, right? I never thought too much about cars because I always thought about saving and like not buying any stupid bullshit, right? Just because trading is a very risk-on environment. You want to put that money towards something safer so you can invest in this safer stuff in the long run. So I never really thought of it. But when I saw Dero kind of spending some money on trading, not trading, sorry, on his car, buying like cool stuff and like seeing that he's still doing good with trading, I'm like, low-key, maybe it's not gonna affect my brain. Maybe I could like spend a little bit. So right now I have a daily, I have a Mazda right now, a daily Mazda 6. And my next goal car in a few months, ideally in a few months, is a G80 M3 or an F90 M5. I can't determine between which two I want, but either one of those two, it's gonna be those two by like summertime.
What about you, Ando?
So yeah, going back to where Devine left it off. So I had the Prius and the 535. As soon as I started seeing some money from trading, I'm like, you know what? I'm selling the 535. I wanted a newer cut. I just wanted like the upgraded version. So I got a 540i, and then kind of more recently, just randomly, I just bought a 46 M3 for like a weekend car because why not? But as in next car, it's the options are a little bit like I have a lot of options. So one thing I was thinking of is get rid of the 540 and get a F90 M5. That's an option. Or I can keep that and maybe get rid of the E46 M3 and get something maybe like a G82 M4, just something more like sporty, or I can wait a little bit longer, get rid of the E46 and get like a C8 Z06.
But do you think it's worth having a 540 and a G82?
Yeah.
I feel like
Really?
that combo because they're both.
I think
they're
they just,
dailies in a sense. Like
same
they're both
thing,
the
bro.
same relative daily.
unless
Well,
if you
I
get
mean,
a convertible.
Listen, no, this is also the
Yeah,
other
well-
thing. Like the 540, my family also uses it. So like,
I guess.
you know what I mean? Like it's my car, but whenever we go somewhere nice, we're in that car. So I'm not gonna like, just be like, oh, mom or dad, get in the back of a G82. Not that it's not doable, but it's not as comfortable. I want a big 4-door car for sure. If I was to go the route of getting rid of the what's it called? Getting rid of the 540, and I wanted like a sportier car, then I would want to get a G80. But I really like the new M4s with like the snake eyes. Yeah,
Wow.
the new snake
Those
eyes.
go hard.
Bro,
with
finally
the new
hopped
taillights
in on the
are
G82
coupe
CS.
side.
G82 CS.
G82
Yes.
CSSRs. I was
The green color.
I was at the BMW dealership getting my car serviced. I was looking at one, beautiful, but it's too much money. Like
For the car.
For a BMW.
no, it's 130. I can get a C8 Z06 for that.
Or an older R8.
Yeah, bro, I love the C8 Z06s. That's like the next one. If I had to choose to get one, I would get rid of the E46 and get that as the weekend
Yeah,
car.
that,
What
I
about
feel like
you,
that would
Dero?
be the best case
Yeah,
scenario.
that thing's hard, bro.
My
about-
next car,
But yeah,
right now I got a BMW M8 competition. It's great with chrome wheels. Look at that boy right there. Anyway, next car, once I sell the M8, 100% gonna be Audi R8 facelift though. I don't want the pre-facelift. If I do find a pre-facelift R8, this is what it looks like for a good deal, I'll cop it. But until then, I'm still look for a facelift R8 because it just looks more aggressive. The front looks better. And on top of that, I do want a Urus too. When I have the R8, like both together.
Both together?
Would you get them at the same time, or like you'd wait like maybe?
No, I get the R8 first and then get the Urus.
Okay, because I was gonna say, listen,
Not the same
as
time.
far
There's
as
no point.
as far as if you want to just settle for the pre LCI, dude, save up a little bit more, push for that facelift.
I'm getting the facelift.
Yeah, because I was like,
There's none for sale though. That's the thing. If I don't have an M8 for 2 months, I don't have a car for 2 months. I need to get a car. So if a good deal comes up, I have to get
I
it.
guess, yeah.
I'm not gonna wait like a year for maybe a facelift R8 comes out. I can't do that.
Yeah, but just don't like. My thing is like, don't settle because then you're gonna want that facelift. You guys always
Or
said it with me. with
or
my
I could
car.
just get a Huracan.
bro. Also, guys, if you guys don't know, the R8 market is so dry. Like literally, we've all been kind of just looking around. You can't find anything. Like there's literally no cars on sale. It's crazy.
Why?
just because they stopped production.
Yeah,
I
they
think.
stopped producing.
And
So everyone's
just
trying to
hoarding
keep
them.
it.
Everyone's hoarding
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, and bro, think of it. It's a NA V10 like R8. I
Yeah.
don't even know if there's gonna be.
I
another
wouldn't
R8.
sell it. Once I get one, I'm not selling mine ever. I'm keeping it forever, bro. It's such a sick car.
Every time this guy got a car, he's like, I'm gonna keep it until it blows up. And he sells every car every time.
Yeah.
I mean, my A6
S4.
blew up. My S4 blew up. I'm not waiting for the M8 to blow up because that's like a hole in my pocket.
Wait, so you want the R8 first for a while and then sell it and get a Urus, or you want the
No,
R8
no.
and the Urus together at the
That'd go
same time?
hard
Oris,
combo.
Oris and Urus. R8
Oris?
and Urus together.
That'd be a good
R8 and
combo.
yours.
but
together.
when you get the Urus, you gotta change the R8 to a Huracan, so it's like lamb twins.
Wait, why do you want both though?
Why the fuck not?
Bro, I mean, you also like
Like, what do
need
you?
a daily.
I mean, yeah.
like
Like, both are
R8
not daily.
You can't.
Why
no,
not?
Urus is daily.
Urus is a W. dude.
Urus
I
is the
guess.
best daily.
I guess.
Or I just don't get either, and I just get like a Aventador.
By daily, I meant something that's not as
Aventador.
daily. I
Look,
thought
just think
like,
about it. The R8's like 150K. Yours like 200. That's practically an Aventador.
Yeah, like a 2013?
2015.
and then get a Tesla as daily, and you have a Aventador and Tesla.
I have a
what-
Tesla.
Okay, there.
What do you
want
want to get, Dero? I mean, Devo. We all know this, but tell the viewers.
Sorry.
So
I
my
broke
first
the
car
crib.
was a 2013 Highlander. I knew like I wasn't gonna get a car until I was able to like fully, paid off. Not paid off, like pay for the monthly payments and all that. At the time, my dream car was a 2019 440i. I got that when I was 18. So I did the whole build on it, lowered it, put rims on it, downpipe, intake, full 9 yards. Still haven't tuned it. So I get a lot
Who
of
got you the downpipe and intake?
you guys. No, I got the downpipe. You guys got the intake.
Who installed both?
My mix,
Okay.
my Dero.
My handyman.
No, the intake install was.
This is the
funny.
video. This is the picture of my car right here. I mean, I love this car. I've had it for 2 years now. But I think I'm at a point where like I'm trying to push for that next car. You guys already know, like I've said this way too much. For sure, my next car is a 991.2
GT3.
GT3. Maybe an
RS?
maybe an RS, but if I go an RS, it's probably gonna be the 991.1 RS or the 991.2 GT3. Just for like, I mean, the price wise.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. After R8 is 992 GT3 and then yours. Continue.
That makes sense.
Because I really want the 992 GT3s. I really want those cars.
I think,
That's
I mean,
stupid.
as a kid growing up, I literally have like a
You need yours
GT3
first.
model car in my in my office, sitting right there, like manifesting me straight pipe that thing. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm potentially looking at that in the next 6 months, 8 months by the end of the year. So I'll sell my car and then get maybe a Tesla as a daily, and then hopefully get that. I know Ando gives me a lot of like shit for getting a GT3 because I don't use it for any marketing. It's just joyride. But I'm not gonna listen to him. So
Yeah, I'm telling him to just open up more warehouses instead. But he's like, I'll do that, but I want a GT3.
You'll never be 21 with a
I forgot to
GT3
mention,
again.
my first car, Audi A6, blew up again. Next one, S4 right here. And then I got the M8 after I sold the S4.
yeah, I think it was such like a.
That was a big jump.
Yeah.
was a
S4 to
pretty big
M8
jump,
was a
yeah.
big jump.
You guys think 440 to GT3 is a bigger jump or S4
Yeah,
to
bro.
M8?
Yes.
But GT3 RS, are you kidding?
I can't wait.
Or
RS
is
is the
Mazda,
Every-
this is Mazda to
how
G80
you,
and
when,
bigger jump.
when we talk about like you setting your next goal, you should want it so like when I start talking about the GT, I start shaking.
Okay, bro.
Oh my, I want it so bad.
No, listen, like this is the
Joking.
thing.
Like you don't think about that R8, you're like,
No, because I feel like I have it already.
that's
you
not
don't.
good though.
It is good.
no.
But like you just get, oh, I have it. Okay, I don't have to work.
Well, I can afford it right now. It's like I can't find one.
But I know
It's
when,
like I'm not hustling to afford one. Like I can get
I
it right
get
now.
it. Yeah.
okay, yeah,
that kind
but
of makes
like
a difference.
Like I had that when I had the M8. Like when I was like trying to get a car, I was like, bro, I need it, but when you can already afford it, like man, once it comes, it comes.
I never said I can't afford it. I think, let me know if you guys agree that when you do want something so bad, actually working for it is so much more thrilling than actually buying
yeah.
it. Like I can remember myself when I mean, 440 is not that crazy of a car. Realistically, like it's not an M4, it's not nothing crazy. But at the time, being in high school, like, you know, I was like, oh, it's a 440, it's a 2-door coupe, it's black, like I can lower it, like build it, this, that.
But
That was the goal.
Also, like you have to realize this: where we live, like a lot of people have crazy cars. In in like the regular world, a 440 is a pretty like big deal. A lot of people can't afford a 440. Like just saying, like, because obviously, like you've had it for a while. I don't want to say you've gotten tired of it, but it's regular to you. It's Daveen's
Yeah.
car. You walk out, oh, it's my
Yeah,
car.
I walk out, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Where's this piece of
But
shit?"
it's bro, it's still a good car. It's not.
Yeah.
Bro, I love my car. Knock
Yeah.
on wood. Like no problems. If you want to buy it, hit me up. No performance upgrades. It's ready to go.
Downpipe intake, lowering springs, wheels.
Yeah, but like
No
no
tune.
tune.
We tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't
worry.
blow
we
up.
tried.
Can I get into that story?
Before you get into that
I
story,
mean, it's your car.
you brought Daveen brought this up. He's like, Andrew's like telling me to not get a GT3 yet.
Yeah.
This is my whole point with that thing. I'm telling him to keep growing his business because obviously that's a lot more important. And like, for example, me, Dero, Aro, like we use cars for also content. Daveen is not gonna use it for content. Okay? Huh?
I don't think we should say that.
Why? Why, bro? It's real. Derek,
Bro,
you have a
everyone
whole
knows.
page where you spam your car. We use it for content, don't we? Derek, come on.
On camera though.
Brother,
You use
We're
it for
tra-
content. What's the
No,
wrong?
but we bought it because we're rich. We're traders. That's the fucking thing we're just saying.
yeah, but we use it for content as well. Like, so it's also kind of an investment in a bit in our content to grow our personal brand. Bro, you gotta be authentic. It's real. You
Okay.
don't want me to
I
say
think
it?
it's fine.
You don't think DD buys cars?
Brother,
Different.
that guy with the GT3 RS who I think he literally says he's like the only reason my GT3 RS is not stupid is because I make money from people watching the videos.
It's not stupid.
Bro, he's saying the only reason me buying
Well,
this
continue.
car is not
Whatever.
stupid.
Continue.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. So yeah, Daveen brought up. I was like on Andrew's telling me not to buy the GT3 yet. This is my whole point. Daveen obviously doesn't necessarily use anything like that for social media or to grow his brand or anything like that. Where on the other hand, obviously this is like a small percentage of what we care about and what we use it for. But me, Dero, and or we all use it a little bit for content and stuff like that, just a little bit, and like that also gives it a bit of that like excuse to get the car a little bit earlier. My whole point is, bro, grow your business a little bit more, buy a property, and then get the GT3. And it's delayed gratification. When you actually do get the car, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so happy.
At that point, I'm not gonna want my GT anymore. I'm gonna want Huracan.
That's not how it works. That's
Bro,
really not how it
you're
works.
still gonna have the 440. How are you gonna want the Huracan?
And the GT3 RS and the Huracan are not that different in price.
Yeah, they're really not actually. Like probably
No, yeah,
50
they
grand.
are.
Bro,
Like,
not,
not
nine,
50.
No, they
nine,
aren't. It's
nine,
the
nine,
same
one-
price.
Yeah, it's not.
3 RS.
Yeah,
3
It's
RS
like
and the
250.
Huracan is the same
How
price.
much do Huracans go for?
Huracan is 250.
like on the lower end. Yeah,
Bro, 3 RS goes for like 180, 185.
you're
Okay.
talking
Oh,
about
you
991, that
tripping.
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that one.
Goes around 180.
Okay, then that's a 580 LP.
No,
it's
I don't
a
like
50
those.
grand difference. It's a 50 grand
I
difference.
don't like
in
the
one you
bumper
want.
Yeah.
on
So
those.
my
Same
solution.
thing's Huracan. I don't like the bumper on the pre-LCI GT3s either. Same thing. Pre-LCI is uglier
Yeah.
on both.
Mm.
No, but my solution for you would be right now. He's thinking of selling his car and getting a Tesla. I'm like, bro, you're gonna be so bored of only owning a Tesla. I'm telling him to just sell his 440, get a G82, ride it out for another year, do what you're supposed to do with your money, and then get the GT3.
I agree.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a GT. I mean,
I don't think anyone would mind getting a
G82,
G3.
G82.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could do like lowering on wheels, everything. I'll make it sick too. So
But just throw your. No, it wouldn't look nice.
If
No,
you
I
got
wouldn't
a,
throw my
if you
wheels
got a
on there.
GT, you have to lower it in spacers. You have
no, I
to.
do satin black. But I like the angel lights. I know the snake eyes look. I mean, they're growing on me. They look nice, but the angel lights just look classy.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Bro, I would personally get an older one and switch the lights maybe. Just because I don't like
Cheaper
the new
like that too.
infotainment. I don't like
don't
that
like it either.
big ugly screen. Like
That is true.
I like the one mine in your car.
But the
has.
new
Yeah.
steering wheel is sick.
Meh.
It's not as
Flap
big
on
of an improvement. As,
Flap on them?
Bro, I
I
just
don't
don't like
care.
that screen. That screen makes
It's
me
a whole
mad.
monitor.
Because you
bro.
know why I don't like it? It's not very.
It's more classy than
It's more
sporty.
classy.
It
than
looks good on
sporty.
it looks
Yeah.
good on your X5.
Yeah. My X5, I have an X5 at home. Big infotainment screen, looks very nice, very classy, very elegant.
Yeah.
But when you're driving a sports car, when you're taking that thing canyons, you want it to feel raw. And having just a big screen, it's like kind of kills that.
Yeah. The CSs are so cool. M4
That'd be sick.
CSs
What
are
if I just get a CS?
sick. They're like
No, it's
130.
pointless.
It's basically get a GT3 at
It's
that point.
pointless. It's really
Yeah.
pointless.
But yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how we're having these conversations and then like it eventually turns into reality. Because I remember us talking, you were talking about your M8 getting a new car and you just spawned out of it at Ars's house and we were all like tripping balls.
Bro, that day was so cool.
I was talking about the 440 the day before we got it. We were watching videos like, oh, modification making it stealth, black on black. I mean,
And
that's not
I've
build.
always just spawned in with cars. I don't think I've ever talked about
Can
a
I
car
talk
for
about
more
the
than
way
a
you
week.
got your 540?
Yeah.
So I'm in my house.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling. My uncles are over. Like I've had a full day's of work. Like I'm tired.
Okay,
dude.
wait. Before you say that, I'm gonna say the before of that and then you say that. So it's like lines up. Like the story timeline kind of lines up.
Okay.
So I remember Devin got his car on the 10th of February. Like exactly, I remember. I was like, oh, Devin got the sick car or whatever. I'm like, you know what? I can afford it. I'm gonna get a car. And I was looking at a 340. I'm like, oh, we're gonna match. It's gonna be sick. And the 340 that I wanted, like,
M340 or 340?
no, just
340,
340, like
like-
a 2018.
Oh.
And I want, because that was like really cheap. I was like, oh, I could just very comfortably afford that. It'll be fire, right? I'm like, okay, let me go get that car. I found one. It was black, so it would match his car perfectly. Bro, the day I was going to like see it, I wake up at 9. I see a text from like the person the salesman that was gonna show me the car. We're so sorry, the car just sold. I was devastated. And then, bro, just randomly 3 days later, I'm like, you know what? I look at one of 540. They look nicer, so I just got a 540.
Yeah,
And I
and then
just-
I'm
yeah.
sitting at my house, like Andrew doesn't say anything. I'm like half asleep after a full day's of work. My uncles are over. And it was like, oh, Davina, what's up? Like, it's me and my cousin. We're just driving around. Like, come out for a sec. Come say hi. I don't think anything of it. Dude, I walk out, and I kid you not, I'm like,
Yeah, you didn't even notice.
I walk out, window, they pull the window down. I go, I dap them up. I start having a conversation, like 2-3 minutes. We're just
like
talking.
2-3 minutes goes by.
And then at this point, it's like cold outside. So I'm waking up, and I'm like, wait, you don't have interior lighting on your car?
Yeah, my 535.
But I back up. I'm like, oh, no way.
That was so funny.
No, you did the same thing to my house. You pull up to my house. I don't know if it was for just going to hang out. You're picking me up, or you wanted to like, we're just
No,
driving
we're going
around.
to hang out.
I think we're going to hang out. You're like, come on. And I go and I'm like, I think, but usually there's people like that,
That was
staying around
after
my
mine.
street.
Yeah, let Derek say it first. So it's
I met up at Ando's house. I parked my car. On the where he's like, meet me in my garage. I'm like, okay. I go to his garage. I'm like, bro, who the hell just bought a new car? Because I know every car in his garage, but I don't know where his is parked.
Yeah.
I walk and I'm like, bro, all those neighbors just bought a 540. But what are you guys doing, bro? They had a good car. What are you doing? Like, I was like hating Loki. And then I was like, motherfucker. And then Alma comes down. And then the engine turns on with the remote start. I'm like, bro, I'm about to see what this dumbass is that owns this car. This guy walks out. I'm like, what?
that was funny.
I'm like, bro, you got a car? He's like, yes, I did.
I was just hating on that shit.
And I'm like, yo, that's hard, bro. It looked so sick because, bro,
All
my car.
of a sudden, he's not hating anymore.
No, all of a sudden,
love it, bro.
I love it.
So fire.
No, because the interior was so sick. Because, bro, I never saw a car with that cool of an interior because I had an S4 and an Audi A6. Interior's
With
cool, but
you
not
put the
that
lights.
nice.
But
And I put
it
the
was
lights.
kind of like my
was brand
535 headlight, like headlight interior. Like,
It is.
You
It
know,
was just brighter.
older
It
style.
was not
2013.
530. Oh, like my A6?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
100%.
that type of interior.
And then we're like, let's go surprise ours. And we go to ours. And then
Yeah, you pull up to my house. Usually there's people just like the type of car that Ando had, just sitting on in like the middle of my street, just blocking traffic.
So everyone hated my car when they
And
saw
just people
who's
who
this guy?
typically drove that car that Andrew got, they're just like sitting, just blocking traffic, just wasting time, just like smoking, whatever, doing
okay,
bullshit.
bro.
Doing bullshit. And I'm like, oh my god, bro, this guy, who's this here blocking my street, bro? Like sitting in the middle of the like street. And I go, and then I don't know, this guy's hazards are on, and I don't know, I see like Ando's in the car. I'm like, Ando? Like, you got a car? What the hell? And I'm like, bro, why did you tell me? I'm like, bro, it's like, just out of nowhere, bro, out of the blue.
I've always hated that about you.
What? No, I'm just a quiet person. I don't know. What
You're
it is.
not a
good boy,
quiet
you stay
person.
quiet.
You're just element of surprise.
Hey, my
going.
car-
Yeah,
so
I
sick,
like
though.
surprise. I like surprise.
No,
a
it's
lot.
good. It like caught me out. It caught me off guard. I had no idea. I literally had zero
And
clue.
yeah, like the reason we never talked about it, which is funny because when I got the E46, we also never talked about it. Devine kind of knew.
I knew.
But
Oh,
then-
that too.
Yeah.
That's another
We'll
story
go.
too.
We'll go.
I'm
into
at
that
In
right
and Out,
after.
and then Davina and Ars are like,
Wait.
just
before-
Ours
smiling
didn't
at
know
me.
either.
He knew.
I was the only one who knew.
No, it was
Okay,
only
then
Devine.
Really? Okay, then you were
Yes.
just smiling at me. You're like, I'm like, what? You're just like,
I didn't give it away.
You were smiling, and then I'm like, Aldo got a car.
No, you
And then you're like,
didn't.
no, he didn't. Ars,
He's
back me
yapping.
up. You
I
better
have the
memory.
video.
Back me up.
What?
I literally said Aldo got a car, and we ran to the street.
Yeah, we did.
I literally said
Are you
that.
kidding me, bro? You literally
Are you
said,
kidding
"I
me?"
got a
Said
car."
that.
We were like on the 100% got a car. You were like saying, nope, no, I didn't. We ran
You
to
were
the
giggling.
line
Oh,
for
but you guys
In
were
and Out.
thinking G82. Or
Yeah,
like
we
G80.
were thinking J. I'm over there
Yeah,
looking for a
yeah, I
G80,
remember
bro.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
I think you guys thought I switched like the 540 out for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
But-
think you were talking like either a G80 or E46, but then, or I think you saying about G80, but you said you got a good deal out of nowhere for E46. You're like, bro, I love this car. Why not get it? Good looking car.
No. I was thinking my whole dilemma back then. I was like, bro, I'm gonna just switch the 540 for either F90 or G82. Kind
Yeah.
of same thing I'm kind of talking about right now.
Yeah.
But then the E46 just popped up just like the 540. Like, bro, the day where I decided I'm gonna get the 540, it was 12 in the morning. I mean, Josh in the afternoon, and then Josh in the afternoon, and I just decided. I called the broker. I'm like, oh, I want it, and by 6 I had the car. Literally decision. 6 hours later, I had the car. It felt insane.
That's fine.
Yeah. And then Dero's car was before my 46, but that was crazy.
My
That
car
was
was way
crazy.
before all yours.
Yeah.
If y'all make a pop up the video
No,
right
it
here,
wasn't before my 540.
it was
No.
before your M3.
Yeah.
Before your
yeah.
M3.
Yeah.
After
You said
540.
before all the cars.
Go what I was
No.
gonna say.
Bro,
Oh.
it was so sick. Like, you can't put the words here. We'll just pop up the video right here.
It's MA15. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What? What? Oh my, what the fuck? Derek, what the fuck? Derek, what the fuck? Derek, no. What the fuck is this? I was thinking that. What the?
Ando, just put in my TikTok, okay? Just go to my TikTok, download it, put it in there. Anyway, that was sick, bro, because I woke up early in the morning. It was like a Monday.
Yeah.
I wake up, I go to the dealership, we get there. And by the way, keep in mind, that whole weekend, I'm going to dealerships. Saturday, I woke up, went to a dealership. And even the week prior, I posted a video of me looking at a blue M8. It the week prior.
That car
I remember
was
that. It
top.
was trash.
It was y'all called it what? Soap
yeah.
blue.
Bro, it was
I
like,
don't know.
you guys know the bathroom, like, ugly blue tiles? Literally look like that.
Anyway, and it was a non-comp too. I was like, bro, what the hell is this shit? Anyway, also the leather inside was disgusting. A dog owner owned it. There was dog scratches everywhere in the leather.
Hold
bro.
on.
What?
You went to dealerships for two weeks approximately before you
Yeah.
got your car. You got your car in what, like 6 hours?
Yeah.
I spent a year and a half looking for my car.
No, he spent way longer looking for his car, too.
No, but I spent a long time looking for the car. I went to dealerships for only 2 weeks.
Oh no, I looked for my car for like 2 years.
No, bro.
Yeah, no, the Vins was a long time. You first wanted a 335.
I remember that.
And then you're
I'm
like, oh,
so
I'm making
glad.
more money now. Let's just jump to a 440.
$2,500 a month.
Anyway, I that weekend I looked at a couple M8s and they were just not it. Honestly, it was pretty trash.
Mhm.
I went to this dealership. It was in
Long Beach.
It was Long Beach.
Yeah.
The
I
wrong
remember.
L. I went to Long Beach. I went there. I'm like, yo, I'm walking there. I vlogged the whole thing. I literally like vlogged the whole thing. My reaction. I get there. It says VIP for Derek. I'm like, yeah, that's hard. It says my
Yo,
full
what?
name and shit. VIP on the car. There's cones.
Yeah.
It was so sick. Anyway, I walk in and he's like, are you Derek? I'm like, yeah. And he's like surprised. I'm like, young. And he's like, oh, are you buying? I'm like, yeah, I'm buying and stuff like that. We go on a test drive, bro. He drove it, obviously. He drove it. And then I'm like, can I drive it? He's like, sure. And then he pulls over. I'm driving and I'm like, oh my God. And by the way, I'm in the S4 prior to that. And the interior's bigger on the S4. Like, it's pretty big. The M8 is so cramped. I'm just
But
like, bro,
yeah.
it's so close to my head.
The
The
windshield
front
is-
windshield is
yeah.
so tiny. I sit in your car, I feel like I'm in like a spaceship.
Yeah.
It's so big, the front windshield, bro. I'm like, oh my God, I can see. Anyway, I was driving, bro. This is so cool. I was like excited. I'm like, Alcantara. Anyway, I got the car. Bro, it spent so long getting the car. We were there for like 3 hours after I test drove it, just paperwork, filing shit.
Yeah.
And then, bro, the down payment was so like, and then I see negative. I was like,
That
oh!
sucks. My 540 down payment was like that.
Bro,
too. It
I'm
was
like,
terrible.
Anyway, though,
Yeah.
I'm driving. I'm like, Dad, I'm going to my friend's house. He's like, you just got the car. You're not going, blah, blah. And he's like, they're like, no, you can't. Come straight home. You don't have insurance, blah, blah. Bro, I have insurance for 48 hours. What are you talking about? Because you get it from the dealership.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's on the way. I'm going to surprise my boys. And he's like, okay, make it quick. I pull up to your house.
I
And then
remember
you
this.
guys were already there, right? Or no?
Yeah,
we're
we're
at
already
Alex's
there.
house. Yeah.
We knew
You
you
were
were coming.
already-
We knew you got a car.
Oh, we knew you got a car because you were telling us, let's hang out today. In the
On a
we
Monday.
check your
Yeah,
location. You're on Long
Yeah,
Beach.
and
We're
then you
like,
kept
"Alright."
telling us, oh no, an hour later. Oh no, at 6. No, at 7.
Yeah, I
We're
kept
like,
delaying
okay,
it.
it's
You're like,
taking
I-
longer than
yeah,
it's
yeah.
supposed to be taking.
Yeah. Anyway,
And we also had this. You also were telling us earlier, like, oh, I might get an M550 or M850. You're like, I might get the M550.
Bo pulled up an
and
M8 comp.
that M550 was like the
Those were the
lowest
three
option.
cars.
And
Those
you
were
were,
the three cars.
yeah, you were blue balling us. You're like, oh, I'm getting an
M550,
M550.
M340, or M850.
Yeah.
Those are the three cars.
And we were
No, you
thinking,
said M8 too at some point.
Yeah, but
and
like
but
that
you're-
was like
you-
as a joke.
you were like, nah, not really. It's not for me. And
That's
then
until
you're
I
like,
drove it.
yeah, you're like, and then you're like, oh, M550 probably. That's
Bro,
like the lowest option.
I drove the M850 and the M550. They feel so comfortable and like floaty and like boaty compared to the M8. I drove the M8. I feel the ground more. It was like more like sporty. I loved it.
Yeah, it's
Obviously.
different. Definitely,
It's way
especially
stiffer. I loved it.
competition, yeah.
I'm like, bro, I have to get this car.
That's why in that video that when you're pulling up
You're
to
like
my house,
M850.
I see it because you said either M550 or M850. And I'm like, oh, he didn't get M550. He got an M850. Oh my god, oh my god. And then I see in the on those like
fucking
M8s,
M8.
and I see the bumper, and I'm like, no way. It's a whole M8 comp, fucking second best
Ours
BMW.
literally turns to us. He goes, Derek escaped the Matrix.
That shit was funny.
I turned to him like, Ours, you're actually stupid.
It just
He's
it
like,
was
guys,
just-
Derek did it. He escaped the Matrix. He's just like,
TikTok
we-
ass comment,
we
bro.
literally it just looked insane. I had my Mazda. You had your 540 at the time. You had
the 440.
the 440. 440 is like it's not that close. It's not that
It's not close at
It's
all.
not
And we had
even
the
at
S4,
all,
bro. We had the second best BMW pull up out of nowhere, and I'm just like,
he had to say second best M5CS.
M5CS is actually the best one.
Fucking TikToker.
Taking an M4CS over an
M8's the
comp.
best M car ever made.
No, it's M5CS, M4CSL, M8 comp.
Yeah.
okay,
No,
M4CS is a
M5
track
comp,
car.
because I
I'm
love
taking
the
an
M8.
M4CS over it.
I love the M8.
Practicality.
You guys, you have to be like 4'2" to fit in the back,
Oh
You know
yeah,
what?
I would say
Dog, that's why I bought the car for me. No one's in the back seat.
bro. we've been in the backseat.
Exactly. It's not my
Hey,
issue. I
yo.
love my car.
Pause.
You don't like it because you have to sit in the back.
Hey, I think-
like it because
hold on.
I'm always in the front.
Nah, I'm driving, bro.
I think we
Nah.
should slowly wrap it up.
Yeah, we can.
Um,
This was. I really like this podcast.
drop it down below. Drop if you've made it this far. Props to you, like for sticking with us for like over an hour now. I think.
Around there, yeah.
Should I get G82 or just save up for that?
What
GT3?
car should I get, guys? My budget is 150 to 200.
Has to make it about
Let me
himself.
know.
Has to make it.
I
about
hardly
himself.
talk this
You-
podcast.
Yeah,
Bro,
because you
interrupted every
wasted your
time.
time
Fuck
interrupting
you.
us. But it's kind of sick when you have a goal set for yourself and then you work for it and you constantly like build, and then you get it. You look back at it, you're like, damn,
I actually did it.
I actually
Also,
did it.
one more thing though, I realized about my car, it was so fun the journey, like trying to get it. But once I got it, and then I had it for like a month or two, I got not bored, but I lost motivation to try harder because I didn't have like goals set after that. So it was
That's
like
what we
MMA
have
or
goals set
nothing.
now. Like after my GT3 is.
My point proven.
No, it would be a hurt.
Anyway,
I
I
actually have
got
a question. Seriously, I have a question.
Anyway,
about
okay, I
this
guess we're
topic.
not
Anyway,
wrapping it up.
anyway, I got the M8. I kind of got not depressed. That's like a pussy word to say, but I was like kind of like bummed out. I was like, now what? Like
You
I
got
got it.
comfortable.
Now what? Like I'm comfortable. Like,
Complacent.
I got my goal. I can't buy a house yet because I'm like what 9. I just turned 19. I don't have 2 years of
Yeah.
tax. I have 1 year of tax. I'm 19, dog. What can I do? I can't buy a house, so nothing else to do. Now I'm just at this point where it's like a plateau to where like, okay, I just save, or like what do I buy now? What's my next goal? And that kind of demotivated me because I'm like, bro, is every purchase gonna be like this?
Oh.
Like in the coming up? I'm like, bro,
I don't
what?
think so.
Devotimated is insane.
Demotivated.
I heard that too, but I'm like,
Demotivated.
oh no,
Anyway.
don't you laughing?
Bro, I was like,
Demotivated. Anyway,
That's
what was your
bursting.
question, Nora?
My question was just gonna be around. You know how you guys are saying like, oh, I hit the goal and I got on a plateau.
Yeah.
And you know how a lot of people say, oh, this is why you should enjoy the process and not the goal because you always try to go towards that next goal. You hit a goal, you're like, oh, it's not enough. Next goal, oh, it's not enough. Oh, next goal, oh, it's not enough.
It's
Do you think? And it took you guys hitting the goal and then realizing it that like, oh, it's gonna be goal after goal after goal. I have to actually shift my focus to the process and then I'll enjoy the whole journey. Do you think you have to hit that phase or you get to the goal and you realize like, oh, it's not just all about the goal? Or do you think you have to go through that to realize, oh, I should enjoy the process? Or are people able to shift their mindset to enjoy the process before they get to that point?
I think everyone, it's one of those things you have to kind of go through to experience. With the 440, I was like, again, just work. Literally work like an absolute robot at like 17, 18. And then when I got the car, I enjoyed it. But then I realized, that's when I kind of realized, I was like, wow, I actually did it. Like there was a lot I had to go through, like kind of even just starting my business up to get to this point. So now when I'm looking at the GT3, even though it's been like 2 years now, I could like confidently say I've really understood the kind of meaning of enjoy the journey, because I wake up every day, I'm like, I literally walk out the door every morning, I'm like, it's a great day to make money.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Like Derek kind of talked about it when he's like, he got a little bit comfortable and like just didn't feel like himself. He's like, oh, I don't have anything else. Like, what do I do now, right? Kind of, you said a little bit lazy, I guess. Did
Yeah.
you also feel like that when you got your 440? Because
I don't think so.
okay,
I think I was just so focused, not only about the car, but it was just, I had other incentives as to why I should work, and that was building my business.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, I'm going to work, get the car, but now I have to work, open up 1, 2, 3
Yeah.
locations. So it was more just that kind of discipline and like,
Yeah, yours is different though,
Routine,
I can't
'cause you're
open
sitting
day
at-
trading
yeah, you-
locations. It's just
Yeah.
me trading.
But
Yeah.
for me, it was also a little bit different. Like about me and Aris really talked about this when we used to go to the gym together. We were like, we were making money trading, and we would always talk about this. We're like, bro, it's so cool now that we make money with trading, but how cool was it when we were like kind of just, all just learning.
Yeah.
That process was a lot more fun. And I kind of learned that a little bit earlier on. And when it came to the 540, I was like, it was really happy to get like a newer car, a nice car. But after that, like my whole mindset and my whole goal has been shifted to like, oh, I want to buy a property. Like that's literally what is my number one focus right now.
Yeah.
And it's been that for the past year.
I think there was a period of time where that was my goal too. Like I had 2 locations up and running. Was it 2? No, after this one that we're in. So after 3, where I was like, next is property, next is property, next is property. But I think it was ours to kind of just enlighten me, where
Yeah.
he was like, listen, Davin, like having a property is cool, like it brings stability, but at the same time, you're so young where if you could just reinvest whatever you're saved to actually opening up more locations to potentially bring you more income than realistically a house is going to bring you what $1,000 max a month, 1,500,
I mean,
especially
bro,
in the area we live in.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
make money if you make anything. It's almost gonna be a break even,
Yeah.
a couple hundred.
Right now
bucks.
in today's economy and in the area we live in.
Yeah, my point was mainly like since he has his business doing really, really well, that's like his main thing. And he wanted properties to kind of have some sort of reliable income in case the business ever anything happens. Because it's a business, right? We all know real estate's probably the most safest long-term investment. And he wanted to shift those profits into building that. I'm like, instead of doing that right now, you're still young, you have a lot of time, you have a lot of opportunity right now. Put that money back into what's working really, really good. Grow that the more you can, as much as you can, till you get to the point where, okay, you're making a buttload of money, a shit ton of money, that like it's like just sitting in your account, just doing nothing. Like put those investments, put those money towards investments later when it's not like as big of a cost for you to buy a property here and there, right? You're able to still grow your business because that's kind of the biggest thing that's gonna help you scale. Properties aren't gonna help you scale. They'll help you maintain your income, but they're not gonna help you scale that fast.
Yeah, I mean, it has basically nothing to do with Davin's business.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
that was
it's
my
a
point.
Side kind of
Yeah.
investment.
And I think once I came to that realization, I was like, oh damn, like that's actually really smart.
Yeah.
So yeah, my goal is like maybe 2 more locations by the end of this year, and then
Because it's really hard to justify, like, especially in the area we live, it's very, like, expensive. It's so hard to justify, like, oh, putting down 6 figures and then
breaking even.
maybe
Yeah,
not even
literally.
making any money.
Yeah, literally, it's
But,
insane.
yeah, I mean, for me, it's a little bit different. I know probably Dero can kind of agree with this a little bit too, because, like, and you as well, we can't, like, open a trading, for example, center. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
Like the only thing we can reinvest is, for example, trading with funded accounts, buying more funded accounts, or buying more expensive ones.
But I don't think
And
that
that's
really
not like-
holds you back from.
Yeah, it's not hold you
that
back
much
from
money.
anything, right? It's not like the same thing as building like some special thing, like something on the side to help additional income or anything like that.
I posted on Instagram. I posted on my story. Ask us questions about the podcast. Daniel said, "How do I overcome the feeling that I don't deserve something when I put in the work to get it?" And I relate that to the M8 because when I got it, I'm like, this feels free. And what I mean by that is when you spending a year or 2 or 3 grinding and not making any money from anything, you're just grinding for free, and it's just a habit at that point. It's like going to the gym. You don't make money going to the gym. So once you build a habit of just working every day for like 10 hours a day, and you start making a lot of money from it out of nowhere, what happens is it starts feeling free. Like you don't deserve it because you did so much work and got nothing out of it. You start actually getting the fruits of your labor from it, so it feels free, and you don't deserve all the money you're getting, and it just feels like you're like not rob, but like you're just getting it for free. You don't deserve it. Like I got the Emmy, I'm like, okay, like how the fuck?
Do you
did I
think
get
it's
this car?
because you've been oh my god, I've been talking so long, my voice is do you think it's because you work so mindlessly where you don't take a step back to actually realize the work you're putting in, and kind of goes back to like enjoying the journey? That's why it feels free. No,
I work like a robot.
No,
isn't it the
that's
same
not his
thing?
point.
Working mindlessly and working like a robot.
I
Okay,
think he
But
means
my
like his
point is-
driving factor because it wasn't the car. It feels like he's like, but he was working so hard to literally make results for so long without getting any results, and now that he's actually getting results, it's like, this wasn't happening before when I was working on
He's
this.
asking me,
so,
how
like,
do you overcome that feeling?
But
Like for
do
me,
you guys agree with that?
I
Like that
no,
statement as
he
a whole?
asked, how do you overcome
Can you read
that?
it again?
Oh,
He asks, how do you overcome that? And I went through it. So it's like, he said, how do I overcome the feeling that I don't deserve something when I put all the work to get it? And what I could tell him is, you don't really overcome it. Like, it doesn't like go away. Like, you're feeling that feeling because you worked so much, so long to get something, and now it's just easy money to you, to where all that work you're doing, it's above average work. Like, literally, no one else is going to do all the work you're doing, but to you, it's your norm. So obviously you're going to get a lot more pay and kickback from it rather than somebody else. So it might feel free to you or unfair that you're getting all this while someone else isn't. But again, you have to take a step back, as you said, and realize like you were putting a lot more work than the average person, and to you that's normal.
Also,
And
I
it's
think
not normal to everyone else. The
I
amount of
think-
work you're putting in.
I think it could go deeper into this question. Like, what's causing them to feel like they don't deserve it? Is it possibly family around them saying like, "Oh, you're wasting your time doing this. You're doing something BS. You don't deserve what you get. You've done whatever." Or is it like a self-limiting belief? Like, "Oh, I put all this work, but like I still don't think
I'm
I
not
deserve
worthy
it."
of this in my life.
Like, is it someone else putting that belief into their head, or is it them putting
Like
it onto
personally, it's
themselves?
me putting it onto myself because whatever work I do, I'm always like, it's not enough. Like, let's say I work all day, not enough. Why'd you take a nap for an hour? You got 4 hours of sleep last night. That's good enough. Why'd you take a nap for an hour to rest? You
But
supposed to
that's
take
not what he's
caffeine.
asking.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm feeling though. Like
Yeah, but
personally,
Yeah,
he's saying, how do you overcome it? Personally, I have no clue.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
gotta fight through it. Like,
I
don't
don't.
know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
I
do
think
more.
it's
Have
just
you guys
Taking
ever
a step
felt that?
back.
Daryl said yes,
Let me read the
but
question.
Aris and
I still feel like
Devine,
that.
Have you guys?
Huh?
Do you guys feel like you're making more? Like you're getting?
I feel like in
what
a
you
way,
don't
I feel like
deserve?
in a way, it's imposter syndrome. It's like I've done so much work for this that I've put so much effort into it, but I feel like I don't deserve it. Possibly, it could be an imposter syndrome type of thing, and you just have to reframe your mindset. I feel like, because I'm trying to relate it to like trading. Like for example, it took me 3 years to turn profitable, and after I'm profitable, like I'm kind of starting to think like I do get that feeling sometimes in the back of my head, like, oh, I'm making money, but like before I do this, it literally feels like I'm like robbing the market. It's
Yeah.
like I'm making so much money, and like the value, first of all, the value of the money from like seeing from funded accounts is like it makes you kind of not understand like, oh, $500 after working for like 10 minutes, like this is literally robbery. Like
Yeah.
it takes someone it takes hours. Like sometimes it's some people's monthly salary, just $500, and I made it in 10 minutes.
if I had to answer this question, how do I overcome the feeling that I don't deserve something when I put in the work to get it? I think we've already talked about it. It's when you're so focused on the goal, you forget the journey. So when it just spawns, you're like, what did I really do to get this? So
You're so focused on
I
it, yeah.
think when you actually recognize the
The work you
journey,
put in.
yeah, you'll actually start to appreciate what you get.
Like-
Because, for example, I'm not going to take my car as an example. I'm going to take this warehouse, right? I could be like, at the time, I'm 20 years old. How the hell did I manage to get keys to a warehouse location and have to pay X amount of money or rent a month, right? At 20 years old, no one else is doing this. It doesn't click. And then I took a step back and I was like, all those nights where I was up doing billing, I was up doing scheduling, I was going
Yeah.
from city to city, I was just brain kind of like just fucking myself on how I have to make it big, onboarding new clients, meeting new families, running sessions. All those are an accumulation as to why I deserve what I have and why I deserve I am in the position in life where I'm at.
That's a good take on like taking a step back. Like as you were saying that, I was taking a step back. I'm like, okay, what's my journey? And I just thought of like me in my room at like 1 a.m. sitting on my computer like passed the fuck out because I literally woke up 3 a.m. because I was backtesting for like 5 hours that night. I woke up middle of the night I'm like, bro, what am I doing? Like I cried that night because like then after that I cried because again I stayed up all night just working, and it was like a 5-day just no sleep. And I was like crying like, bro, like I have to make this shit work. And everyone goes through that time where you just cry in your room alone.
But I also do agree, let me know if you guys agree, that sometimes we're given things we don't deserve.
Okay, that goes into.
No, we were born.
But it's on the topic. I know it kind of goes into something,
No.
but I could say if that
We were
could
born
be
healthy. Period.
Yeah,
Done.
I was gonna.
No,
before
but like-
we move into that, let me answer my opinion on. It was Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Daniel said. This is kind of similar to Devine's, but I would say just like have a reasonable conversation with yourself. Like just reason. And I've honestly never felt like, oh, I don't deserve it. Like one thing I always talked about where it's like, oh, this has happened to me when I'm trading, for example, funded accounts and I see I'm up 2.5K. I don't want to say I don't understand the value of
fathom
2.5K, but it's just I just see a number on the screen. But if I saw like 2.5K in cash, I'm like, okay, that seems like a lot more money
Yeah.
than just 2.5K on the screen. So in that way, I kind of feel you, and I have no answer. Like it's just I guess you kind of get more used to it. But I would say just try to reason with yourself. And at the end of the day, if you can't find a reason, bro, you're making money, you're doing better than you were, so good, bro. Who cares how it happened? Like, honestly.
Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, we're given things, again, I'm going to say it again,
Yeah.
that we don't deserve. At that point,
What do you mean don't deserve? Who?
I think there's two different
Health is the only
Hold
thing
on.
we're given that we
No.
don't deserve because we're just born with it.
I think you might get lucky.
That's what I was gonna kind of talk about.
You might get lucky. and
Sometimes people might real quick. I'll let you continue. I want to bring this up real quick. Being lucky, yeah. Like sometimes you might have this mindset if you do something really, really well when you first start, and like you don't go through like that hard period, and it just works out like this. Like instantly, like immediately when you start, let's say you start a business or something, and it works out like right away. You might have this feeling like, oh, I haven't done shit,
So all you have to be
I'm
is
putting in
thankful.
no effort, and I'm making a shit ton of money, but like I literally like I don't put any effort. Like it literally feels like robbery. Sometimes it could be from that, like whenever you haven't put an effort. But that's like I was gonna elaborate on the lucky situation, but yeah, continue.
If you
Yeah.
want to be if you want to be lucky though, you have to be consistent though,
No,
because that
the
consistency
beginner's
brings
luck.
luck.
No, I mean
beginner's
like
luck.
there
There's
are
this-
times
That's
where
not his
people.
point.
My
You're
point is there
right.
are times where I get what you're saying. You're right. Yeah, you have to be consistent to get the lucky part. But I'm talking about those
Yeah.
people where when they first start something, luckily they
Oh,
get
it
it
just
on the
hits.
point. It
Okay.
just
Yeah, it
hits.
just hits. So let's say, for example, like I don't know your situation, Dan. You can elaborate more if you're watching this in the comments. But let's say, for example, you start something, you automatically make it big, and you make a shit ton of money, and then you buy something and you don't think you deserve it. At that point, I would say, be thankful for what you have, like the opportunity that you have to actually buy the thing, and if you're making money off that business, find a way to make that thing stable, like to make it a stable income and like to keep that income at a stable level for a long period of time. So it's not just like kind of like a beginner's luck kind of a thing that
By
just
stable-
spawns out and goes down.
By stable, you mean make it so they don't lose it right away or something?
Yeah, like give it roots. Like, when I
make
say
it like make it so it's like it's not just gonna disappear out. Like find
Exactly.
structure in it so it doesn't just disappear.
exactly.
one
For
day.
example,
in case if it was out of luck or something.
let's say if I get onto trading, first 2 months I make 20 bands.
yeah.
I'm kind of putting in your world.
Yeah.
I should find a way. Okay, maybe there's a strategy that I'm kind of thing, so I don't lose that, right?
Yeah.
No, imagine like you've never ever touched the stock market, like ever. You just get on in 2 months, you make 20K.
Yeah. But Daniel,
That's
that's kind
like
of
an example.
our-
that
my
would,
take
like,
on it.
Make everything feel fake.
That's kind of my take on it. Just kind of really understand your journey and then kind of reflect on it, and then
Be appreciative
as
of like the journey
yeah,
you got there. Look back
100%
on
be
the work you put
appreciative.
in and how that
Thank
big
God.
made you so much
Number one.
progress. Yeah, and always thank God. Yeah.
Just like be happy though. Like even if you can't like reason with yourself, like oh I'm making more money than I was.
I don't think the mic's
Good.
catching you, but okay.
Probably is a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but yeah.
All right, guys. So that just sums it
That'll
up.
wrap it up.
That's it. Episode.
Number 5 is done.
There we go.
Let us know if we go G82 or GT3. See you next week.
Okay, bro. I'll go on, boys. Stay blessed.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.